gonna end. I had to drive to this podcast in Tarzana. Woo! All the night I asked, who knew you could make this much cash from podcasts? And I hate this beat. It ain't fire.
This shit's with my feet.
Yeah! Had to solve them. That's the beat you make when you got brain problems.
Oh, shit. Intro done. Boom.
Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are
The NeuroNerds. Yes, that was on time.
I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about that.
NeuroNerds.
Welcome to the NeuroNerds. This is a very special episode. I have a friend of the show, Thomas Mejia here, as well as superstar nerd. Wait, how would I describe you? I would say you're on the verge of being like a nerd icon.
Hugely famous icon.
Hugely famous icon. The man who does it all. He raps. He acts. He dances. Do you dance?
At home. No.
All right.
Not for money.
Very special guest, Malcolm Barrett, here today. Malcolm is a very good friend of Thomas, and everybody knows Thomas, a friend of the show. Well, yeah, he's a so-so friend, I guess.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm more like, instead of so-so, I'm more like so. I got rid of one of the so, and then soon I'll be friend of the show.
And you guys know Malcolm from many, he's that dude. He's absolutely that dude. You've seen him in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You've seen him in Better Off Ted, which, by the way, I don't think it got its just due. I love that show.
All my shows get canceled. If you want your show canceled, hire me now.
Also a big fan of Preacher. Preacher, a very strange, amazing show that you're on. He's doing a Broadway show. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
It's not on Broadway.
Not on. It's off Broadway. It's off
Well,
off
I mean,
Broadway.
pretty much any place is off Broadway.
If it's not on Broadway.
Not on Broadway.
States.
You know what? It's a couple of I don't perform at my house and be like it's off Broadway. Is it on Broadway? It's not.
It's not on Broadway.
It's not on Broadway.
So we want to welcome Malcolm to the show. Welcome to the NeuroNerds, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
So I've talked to caregivers, I've talked to family members, like significant others. Never talked to the friends. So to be honest, friends are family. Like you're closer to your friends than you are your actual blood family.
The thing is, when somebody's going through a thing, you don't want to lie.
Right.
Like I've had different people who are close to me go through different sort of medical situations, surgery, head trauma, different things. And the thing that you want to do is tell the truth. You don't want to be bleak, but you don't want to lie because they're looking for who they can trust in their most vulnerable moment. And so once you lie, they never forget that.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So it's just, it's never, medical emergencies are never an easy thing.
No.
You know what I mean? And this country doesn't make it easy.
No, definitely not.
You know what I mean? Not to talk about politics for a little bit, which is what my play is all about. It's called brain problems. And it's about that we have as people, as a government, as a nation of individuals and humanity trying to cope. I don't know.
That needs to be on a t-shirt. It'd be like a long saying.
I ran out of juice. That was all my juice.
Do you think that Thomas was being honest when he was telling you how he was feeling when he was in the hospital, or do you think he was putting on a brave face?
When he was telling me how he felt?
Yeah. Like what was really going on with his injury and recovery?
I mean, I can only guess. You know what I mean? I can only guess it's that he's going through a myriad emotion, and I think in that experience or any other experience that we go through, he's telling me a bit of truth and a bit of lie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah. I think, or it's how much he feels like sharing or wants to share.
Right.
I have no fucking clue. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know what he goes through daily, and that's like partially because of him, partially because of me. I don't want to know every goddamn thing. You know what I mean? I don't.
I got my own shit, man.
I'm like super busy. I like have a lot of things. This isn't my only podcast this week. So I got a lot of stuff to do.
A word?
This is my first.
I'm a doctor. We are a podcast about brain injury. No, we are not experts on brain injury. We are experts at experience.
I want to survive. Come see Brain Problems.
No, I
survive the best play you'll ever see. And you'll die laughing.
You survived a brain injury, but you'll die laughing.
But you'll die laughing.
There's a reason you survived. It's to go see this play.
Go see brain.
I would be conservative with the way I worded stuff because I'm not, on the inside knowing what happened.
Yeah.
So that's basically what, yeah.
Oh,
And then
so
of course,
tiny.
then I know like.
Put
the
down, he owes his life to me.
Where?
Yeah.
Not the anus though.
Yeah.
But that's mainly.
anus
what we
that
want to do.
died
And
years
also, the play and
Yeah,
promoting the
I'm
play
down
and
for whatever,
everything,
man.
yeah.
How long is this gonna take?
So I think we should.
Very hard.
So would you say this is like a passion project?
It was, it initially started for two reasons. Like one was, I have this theater company, nonprofit theater company, Ammo Theater, AmmunitionTheater.com. And the goal is diversity, women, like that's who's in power, that's who the strength of it is. White folks is in there too. Don't be scared. Our unofficial slogan is a brown contingent is strong, white people be popping, fuck the fourth wall.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's the unofficial slogan.
That just makes me happy.
Yeah, right. I should put it on a t-shirt. So we have these writers' workshops, and so my goal was to, because of who we are, I think it's important that the material be written for us.
Oh, right.
Because a lot of plays are written, they're either old school or written towards one race, or they're like, hey, we're open to doing race, which means it's not going to be about you. You know what I mean? And so it's just.
I like that we're open to. Really?
Yeah. It's just
A word?
Yeah. It's still Magnolias, but all black, which is good. I think they made that with Queen Latifah. That sounds like a bit, but I think that's true.
So Jerry has it, she'd be all over it.
Yeah. I think that's true. So, but what happened is, I wrote this for a workshop just to do it. And at the time, Tommy, I probably had recently heard about him going through having the AVNs. But I hadn't read, so the idea of who it was in there. And I think what I initially had always in my head was like this super sarcastic person going through this thing who at the end has a long monologue. That was really.
That's a great jumping off
That
point.
was really the gist of it. It was like 10 pages, and then Bernardo Cubria, who was one of the artistic directors at the time, and director, just kept pushing me to. He was like, "Have another month, do it, blah blah." And at the time, I was sober. I just written something else, a show, but at the time, I was like super sober for like 2 or 3 months. So there's yeah. There's like a lot of hours in a day, more so than you think.
Like, how can an hour take 7? You know what I mean?
It's like, I'm like, I was that Bart Simpson joke. There's a 5 in the morning now?
That exists?
They make those? So I finished this play in like record time, quicker than I finished, albums and short plays and things like that. I finished it in a couple months. And I also wanted to finish it before he had went through surgery. Because I didn't want that to determine, whatever the outcome may be, to determine.
Damn, that just got dark.
Yeah, it's super dark. Yeah.
Oh man, I want to finish this shit before you die.
Yeah.
That's hard.
The idea, I mean, in all honesty.
No, it's dark, but it's honest.
It's fucked up, but
yeah.
like, whatever the outcome may be, I wanted to finish it before that, so that his real life didn't determine the story
That's
that
awesome.
was told.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so that the characters could be different people. Like
Right.
the characters, a bulk of them are based on the actors who are playing.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? There's a character in it named Malcolm that I wrote for me.
Is it a character? Are you playing yourself?
No, there was a version where I was playing myself, where he was playing Donnie. There was a version, and that was for a bulk of it. There was a version earlier where Bernardo was the lead character. The understudy for me, now I'm playing Donnie. The understudy is Pete Pasco, and the person playing Malcolm is Brandon Scott, who's another best friend of mine who's in my band, Verbal and Icarus, and his understudy is Ahmed Best, who's best known from Star Wars or Jar Jar Binks.
Oh yeah.
Also has all these fight choreography wins from Ammo Theater.
Smashed it last night.
He's amazing.
And he's playing the Malcolm character?
He's playing the Malcolm character.
Do you give him shit?
I-
Are you like, actually,
I don't. You know. What's
I
funny?
wouldn't really say it that way.
Well, you know what? It's again. It's funny. All of them I have to let go and be whatever they are. Like even
they're kind of turning into like their own
they're
entities,
their
right?
own thing, and so I just kind of let them be who they are and do what they do. And it's the only character where I feel as though I wrote something that is very precise and technical in language, and that character is the only one where the actors who have played them have kind of let live a little bit and do a little thing outside of the natural rhythm of the play, just because it makes sense.
It is Stroke Awareness Month.
It is stroke.
I know.
But yes.
I keep trying to figure out if I've had one, but.
You have I mean.
I hemorrhaged I bled and filled it for 11 days. I'm not sure what
I'm pretty
constitutes a
sure
stroke.
any brain hemorrhage is considered a stroke, correct?
That's what I
stroked it for 11 days. So
I might be mistaken.
I am not a
did have
doctor.
brain-
You know, this I find it to be the most common question here is what is it like for you to watch the show? And for me, I guess I was talking to the director last night, and he asked me for the first time last night, what is it like for you to watch the show? And Malcolm has asked me the same question, etc. And to be honest, it came out really clear. It's an honor, a privilege, and it's a pleasure, because it gets all morose, etc. But I'm alive.
Yeah.
I actually get to watch this thing that like I helped inspire in some kind of way, or like I was going through something that inspired Malcolm to do this, and so it's a privilege, you know. And it's almost like I don't want to be related to it in any way, sense or form, because I want to just enjoy it that much. It almost feels like if I promote the play, it's almost like, check out this thing that was inspired me because I'm awesome, even though, you know, I am. I think it's lovely. It's like it's an honor for you know, who doesn't want a song, play, a sonnet, or anything written about them? You know, who doesn't want to inspire art? And so he does me
Evil people, I'm assuming.
He does me a great honor and great justice to do it. And,
Man, you might be the worst person to ask this, because everything that you said is like crazy positive. You can't, it's just, man, it is the greatest thing in the history of
do that
mankind.
shit to you. You know what I'm saying? You come
Yeah,
on
you're
back
pretty-
end of that shit.
Your perspective is a little skewed. It's just, I'm just really, when your baseline is, I'm happy to be alive.
Babushka was
Probably
my
the worst.
grandmother.
The worst.
Is that what it means?
Beatboxing ever. It was footboxing.
He shoots, he scores!
All right, cut. You guys are done.